about the Tarkeshwar temple on the outskirts of Kolkata. In a move that has sparked a huge controversy, the Bengal Chief Minister has decided to appoint a Muslim minister as the chairman of the temple board. While the TMC government and the party's allies have justified the move as an attempt at building bridges between the two communities, the other side thinks it's a provocation. First, listen to the allies of the TMC who have come out and batted for this very controversial move.
He is certainly going to be supported by a team. If he is heading it, then he must be having a team of others who must be Hindus. So they can work together, and it is as a matter of fact, I am proud that Hindus and Muslims should be together, whether it is an affair of a mosque or a temple, and they must share each other's views and must work for the betterment of the society and for the particular trust for which they are appointed. So if a trustee or if a chief trustee is a person belonging to another religion, we should not raise an alarm that this is something dangerous or this is. On the contrary, we would feel that probably the Chief Minister of West Bengal took these steps to ensure more closeness between the two major religions of this country.
But the Bharatiya Janata Party and other groups accused Mamta of appeasing Muslims by deliberately snubbing Hindus. Not only this, they're demanding to know how a tainted individual who has expressed his bias against Hindus in the past can be appointed to such a privileged position.
He is an ultra-communalist, and he called his constituency as a mini Pakistan. Now, appointing him as the head of the temple board, does Mamta want temples should be converted into mosques? This is an insult of the Hindus of West Bengal, because a person who has been targeting Hindus by his words and action is imposed on temple board.
Appointment of Firhad Hakim, a Narada tapes accused, and that too in charge of a temple trust, is something that will not go down well with the people of West Bengal. And someone who could not even present Calcutta and West Bengal properly to a Pakistani journalist and refer to his own constituency as mini Pakistan certainly needs to be hauled up by the Trinamool Congress government. By giving him this kind of a responsibility, Mamta Banerjee has clearly shown that she does not really care much for public sensitivities.
While the split is right down the middle, you've heard both sides. Some hard facts are hard to ignore and only confirm that Mamta is needlessly toying with Hindu sentiments. Let me list them up front. Hard fact 1, Mamta's choice, Firhad Hakim, is the same man. Yes, he's the same man who referred to his constituency as mini Pakistan. Why would you appoint somebody who has such offensive views to look after a temple? Hard fact 2, Mamta's appointee Firhad Hakim is already under scanner in the Narada scan. So you're appointing a tainted individual to head a place of worship. What can be more bizarre than that? Hard fact 3, Mamta accepts a Muslim hardliner to handle the affairs of a 288-year-old Hindu temple. How would he know? How would this man expect to know the insides of the Hindu faith, the customs, the beliefs? And isn't it true? And that brings me to hard fact 4, that the Waqf Act of 1995 clearly stipulates that a full-time CEO of a board in a state as well as the center must only be a Muslim. So if the Waqf board is so particular about having Muslims, why then should a temple be headed by a Muslim? These are questions that need to be asked. Hard fact 5, Calcutta High Court has already pulled up Mamata Banerjee's government for appeasing a particular community. And therefore, we need to ask, given that track record, is this also an attempt by Mamata Banerjee to polarize? These are some of the big questions. I want to go straight across to Jayanto and Madhav. Jayanto, very quickly, put this into perspective. Why do we have a Muslim minister heading an important temple trust?
Absolutely, Rahul. But before that, there's one point that I would like to raise here. Who did Firhad Hakim refer to as Mini Pakistan? He was speaking to a Pakistani newspaper. It was an interview given to a Pakistani newspaper wherein he said that particular area, West Bengal, which is supposed to be the place where this revolution against the British started, where the fight for British was concentrated at, where all these brave fighters fought against the British forces. There he stood and he said that that is Mini Pakistan. One. Two, that when I have been speaking to some of the Trinamool leaders, they are saying that this is not for the temple, this is for the development of that particular area. Now let me quote government from the Information Ministry. They had given out a handout. What does it say? This clearly says in this particular handout which has come from the Information Ministry of West Bengal, on 1st June, Honorable Chief Minister conducted an administrative review meeting in Hooghly district. That is fine. If we go down later, then this says the board will look after the development of the temple and its adjoining areas. So if they are saying that this is not the temple, then why does this government handout, this contains the sentence which says that development of the temple and its adjoining areas, Firhad Hakim, State Urban Development Minister, will be the chairman of the board. Now, how did the name of Firhad Hakim come there? He has nothing to do there. That is not his constituency.
Yes.
He is a minister. He is the urban development minister. What is he doing in a development board as the chairman?
Yes. That's the point. That's the point, Madhav. What is the theory behind all of this? What's happening? Is it actually what it's being made out to be? A move to unite and bind, build bridges between Hindus or Muslims? Or is it actually a move at appeasing Muslims and somehow discrediting the interests of Hindus?
Well, absolutely, Rahul. That's certainly how Mamata Banerjee and her party would like to project it. But the facts are quite contrary to that. On ground, we do know that Mamata Banerjee and the TMC already face serious charges of indulging in vote bank politics and minority appeasement, as you put it. This is a charge that not just of political rivals, but are also questions that have been raised by the High Court. So at a time like this, if the TMC is going to make a move such as this, where a person who's not associated in any way with that particular temple administration is appointed as the chairman, it is certainly going to raise questions. Notwithstanding the fact that he may be a minister, what right does he have to actually understand or even be part of that particular temple's administration? That is going to be a very key question, and already the political objections have begun. They have started coming in, and this perhaps is going to be a major issue in coming days, an issue for which perhaps Mamata Banerjee herself would have to answer. So number of questions here that have been raised, but very few answers really coming in from the TMC on this.
I just want to quickly go over some big questions. I mean, just think about it. Isn't Mamata hurting Hindu sentiments by appointing a Muslim fanatic? I mean, no ordinary individual. Muslim fanatic, as Jayanto was telling us, someone who has outraged sensibilities by referring to his own constituency as Mini Pakistan in delight. He says, you know, I come from Mini Pakistan. He says that this is a great thing to belong to. Can you imagine on your own soil referring to something as Mini Pakistan? Well, isn't Mamata hurting Hindu sentiments by appointing a Muslim fanatic as chairman of Tarkeshwar temple? That's the fundamental question. And I'm asking, if the Muslim Waqf Act of 1995 forbids anyone but a Muslim, they only say that Muslims should represent Waqf boards. Why? Why is Mamata Banerjee taking such liberties with Hindu sentiments? And those are the fundamental questions. And I want to pose those questions first to Dr. Subramaniam Swamy. Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, Mamata Banerjee's party has come out in its defense and said this is an attempt at building trust between communities. What better way of building trust? By cross-pollinating Why do you see this as a cynical move of divide and rule?
I don't think it's a cynical move, it's a mad move.
Mad.
It's an affront, blatant affront to the Hindu community, and it's totally against the law. She should start with the Constitution, Article 25. Then she should look at the Hindu Temples Act, which many states have, and Bengal has one of it. It's impossible to appoint a non-Hindu as head of a governing trust or body or governing body, whatever of the temple that they have as the body. And I warn Ms. Mamata Banerjee, withdraw this appointment, otherwise you will be challenged in the court, and I myself will go down to Calcutta High Court and challenge it. I have done it before in Tamil Nadu and been very successful in these cases, and I will intend to do it in Calcutta within, if she doesn't withdraw this move within the next 48 hours.
Well, this is a big breaking development. Dr. Subramaniam Swamy says that he's going to move court to strike down this move. Mamata Banerjee is on notice. As far as Dr. Subramaniam Swamy is concerned, he said this is a mad move. It's an affront to the Hindu community. But you know, Dr. Swamy, to play devil's advocate, there have been many instances when top leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party have also come out and have appeased Hindu sentiments during campaigns, etc., etc. So why take opposition? Could you explain to our viewers, why is it such a big affront? Why is it seen as such a big polarizing communal move?
First of all, the Supreme Court has held that temples have to be managed by themselves. The state intervention should be limited to a small period. And unfortunately, all these years, since the British times, temples have been in the control of the government. The Hindu Dharma Acharya Sabha is now looking at how we can get all those 4 lakh temples which are under government control back to the private trusts. Some of the trusts have actually disappeared. For example, Tirupati temple was taken over by the British government in 1933. It's still under government control. When I fought the case for this Nataraj temple in Tamil Nadu, the court laid down that this takeover has to be for a limited period. Second, it is very clear that it's a religious matter, and therefore there is no scope for any person of any other religion to participate in the management, even if it is for a temporary period.
Let me ask you, sir, you talked about a point of law. Now, are you going to invoke the same point of law that certain Muslim organizations are doing to try and protect their own personal laws from scrutiny by the courts?
Waqf board is concerned with property. That's not an issue at all.
Okay.
Here it's a temple, and in the name of managing the finances of it, sometimes these people, the government enters. But there are very strong, clear rules, and it cannot be done. And I'm 100% certain that the courts will strike it down, because temple has to be managed either by the endowments, or they have to be managed by the denominations, or if they are to be managed by trustees, then those trustees all have to be Hindus. You cannot have somebody from another religion in any of the trustees of any temple. Tomorrow you can't have it for the churches, you can't have it for the masjids, for example. You can't have a mutwali who is a Hindu. And in the case of temples, there is no question.
So this is stated in law. That's what you're saying. This is stated in law, and you're firmly on legal ground on this.
Absolutely. I have fought so many cases. Right now I am fighting a case in the Supreme Court that all government control of all temples should be abolished.
Thank you, Dr. Swamy. Thank you, Dr. Swamy, coming out with a massive statement of intent, giving Mamata Banerjee a 48-hour deadline. Remove this man, he says, or he's going to move court, and he spelled out on this show the 4 or 5 legal grounds for doing so. Big declaration. Thank you, Dr. Swamy, for joining me. I just want to go straight across once to Jayanto. Jayanto, a big statement of intent. Is this something that the TMC is going to take on board? Are they actually in violation of the law? What is the TMC saying? What are you hearing?
As I was saying, Rahul, when I was speaking to some of the TMC leaders, they are trying to point out that this will be done in other areas also. This is a move by the Chief Minister of West Bengal to set up development boards. Now, development boards is fine, but as I was quoting this particular press release that has come from the government of West Bengal itself, it clearly states that this development board, which has been set up in Tarakeshwar as well as in Singur, she has granted rupees 5 crores for the upcoming Tarakeshwar Development Board. The board will look after the development of the temple and its adjoining areas. What does it mean? So there was, apart from the urban development minister himself, there was no capable person in the ministry or outside it who could have taken the charge of developing the temple as well as its adjoining areas. What is the message that the chief minister is trying to give out?
This
by appointing the urban development minister.
This is very big news. So you're saying, Jayanto, you're saying basically that you have a situation here where the TMC is hardening its stance, that it is actually going to enlarge the ambit of this order. That's very big. That's very, very big. Thanks indeed, Jayanto. Thanks indeed, Madhav, for weighing in on this and breaking this big story. We're just going to open this out. Joining me, GVR Narasimha Rao, national spokesperson of the BJP, Professor Somnath Singh Roy, TMC supporter. Also with us, Mahmood Paracha, senior lawyer, and Syed Shah Atif Ali Qadri, chairman of the All India Minority United Council. Let me first begin with Mr. Paracha. Mr. Paracha, do you believe the Muslim community would have been as open-spirited, as embracing, as welcoming if the central government had appointed as the CEO a Hindu of a Waqf board under the Waqf Act? Simple question.
Hello.
Now, let me give you a very straight answer first to this question.
Yeah.
Indian Constitution has not been digested by many organizations. Everybody knows it from both sides of the fence. But having said that, it is a constitution, and our country is such a country which digests all such elements and moves on. Now, to give you specific examples, in Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Chaudhary, Lakshmi Narayan Chaudhary, is the Minister for Hajj. And I am certain that Mr. Lakshmi Narayan Chaudhary will not know anything about how to perform Hajj.
So it's not about performing.
And I will also tell you the biggest
administration.
And he is the minister for.
You can't compare apples with oranges, sir. This is not ecclesiastical, please.
No, I am not comparing.
Involved in temple management. You need to have budgets in place for for rituals, for several other practices, which requires a deeper understanding.
Let me make, you know, Hajj is a religious function. Hajj is a religious function. For that, there is a Hindu minister. There is no problem with that, because the moment you become a minister, you take the oath of constitution, you are not a Hindu. When you are performing a function of the government, you are neither a Hindu nor a Muslim. You are a minister and you are a government servant. Also, I will give you another example. The Aminabad Trust, which handles the largest Shia mosques of the country, is the chairman of that is the DC of the area, deputy commissioner of the area. So there is nothing wrong about it. So long
okay, nothing wrong.
Let me answer Mr.
GVR Narasimha Rao, 1 second. Let's get the other side. You made 2 points. 1 second, Mr. Paracha. Let's take it point by point. This can't be a monologue.
Yes.
I'll come back to you. No problems. Take it point by point. Let's not get into a, overbearing long discourse. Keep it, break it down. I'll come back to you. No problems. GVR Narasimha Rao, you wanted to respond.
Yes.
Rahul, I think for many people, it becomes very convenient to accept secularism as long as it only means putting restrictions or not allowing the benefits of secularism to the Hindus. I think this is the same line, OIC line of thinking. A large number of Muslims do practice that. That's an unfortunate part. I think when you talk of secularism, it cannot be minority appeasement cannot be equal to secularism. This is the warped concept of secularism that this country, the political parties in this country have tried to thrust on the people, and you see a massive reaction to that. I think appeasement of Muslims cannot be considered secularism. Okay, therefore, I think this convenient interpretation, when it really concerns the Hindu majority, I think is a way of somehow trying to impose their own definition of secularism. I think I have a problem with this appointment because this is a very old temple. It's a highly revered temple, and it belongs to the Shiva sect of the Hindu tradition. And how can you have a Muslim leader who considers his constituency to be Pakistan, mini Pakistan, who is involved in Narada scam cases?
It's wrong at so many levels.
Negative that you can associate with the most disqualified politicians in this country.
It's wrong at so many levels, he says.
An insult to the Hindus?
GVL Narasimha Rao says it's wrong at so many levels, but GVL Narasimha Rao, please, there will be many who will say that you also appease Hindu sentiment. And therefore, that is also a warped view of secularism. I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that point. 1 second, I'll come back to that point. But I want to ask...
No, I disagree. I disagree.
How can you disagree, sir?
I disagree. You can ask me. You can point out. We believe...
Yogi Adityanath said love jihad was a key issue in the polls. No, Yogi Adityanath, before he became chief minister, said love jihad was a key issue. What was that? That was an attempt, sir. That was an attempt at rallying the base, the Hindutva base. Yogi Adityanath spoke about Kirana and drew parallels between Western UP and Kashmir.
Cite one instance.
I'm citing so many instances.
Cite one instance of our governance. Cite one instance
Sir, in 2015, no, I'll tell you, Maharashtra government imposing restrictions on cow meat consumption in the state in 2015 could also be argued, sir, which had to be overturned by the Bombay High Court, could also be said that you were appeasing.
No, such things existed even during UPA renewal.
No, fair enough. But you brought them front and forward onto the books, you notified.
Tenure in Mumbai, those restrictions existed.
Okay.
They had nothing to do with the BJP.
Okay. 1 second. Let me open this out. The BJP says separate appeasement from these kind of moves. This is an affront. Now I want to ask very clearly, Syed Shah Atif Ali Qadri Sahab, why are you playing with fire? Why are you affronting Hindus? Would you have tolerated something like this, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Rahul, let me tell you.
You're the chairman. No, I'm asking you. You're the chairman of the All India Minority United Council. Would you have appointed a Hindu to be the chairman of the All India Minority? No, I'm asking you, sir. Would you have tolerated if a Hindu had been appointed All India Minority United Council? Why don't you make that the chairman? Why don't you make a Hindu a chairman? What's the big deal?
Mr. Rahul, at my house, your cameraman is here. If you can tell your person to show, he will show this place, entire things. I have a mosque along with my house, okay? And in my mosque committee, 2-3 Hindu people are there. I have specially appointed
Sir, they are not the bosses.
I told them that
you're the chairman of the All India Minority United Council. Why don't you side? Why don't you give up? Why don't you give up your position and appoint a Hindu if you want to carry communities together? I'm asking you, sir.
Pandit of the Mandir.
Qadri Sahab.
First you answer my question that has Mamta Banerjee appointed Firhad Hakim as a Pandit of that Mandir? Tell me that. If not, then why we are making it hodgepodge?
What mean hodgepodge? What does the Waqf? What does the Waqf? What does the Waqf law say? Let me quote the Waqf law. 1 second. Then why are you making it a hodgepodge? Listen, I shall read out. 1 second, sir. The Waqf Act of 1995 says very clearly.
What Mamta Banerjee has done, it is a very clear message. And it is called a real secularism. What she has done, it is called a real secularism.
To upset Hindus is real secularism, sir. Why are Hindu groups upset? Let me bring in Vishnu Jain. Vishnu Jain represents the VHP. Hindu spokesperson of the VHP. No, 1 second. You are saying this real speculative. No, 1 second. If you are saying, sir, why is Dr. Subramaniam Swamy upset? Why are caste Hindus upset? Let's ask the question. Let me ask, sir. You say it's representative of real. Did she consult anybody? And that also you put a person who is accused of taking money on camera. No,
can't
sir.
The other people accept that? It's a very, very simple
Why should
thing.
they accept it, sir? Have you accepted the fact that
harmony.
No, have you accepted the fact that the Babri Masjid was built on top of a Ram temple? No, you have not accepted that fact, isn't it? Because this is about sentiment. This is about what you feel in the heart.
Very simple thing is this, that what Mamata Banerjee has done, she has done what she has done. It's called a message for the entire
progressive secularism is what it's called. You can keep spinning this. I want to bring in Vishnu Jain. Why do you have a problem, Vishnu Jain?
She is not in favor
Why do you have a problem, Vishnu Jain? Respond to Qadri.
In favor of humanity.
Respond to Syed Shah Atif Ali Qadri.
Of Mamata Banerjee. I personally
Rahul, I just want to ask a question.
In touch with any political parties. Yeah.
Rahul, I just want to ask a question to the senior advocate who's a panelist here and Mr. Other panelist who is talking about secularism. Have they ever read the correct definition of secularism? Secularism means that the state will not interfere or the religion will not interfere in the functioning of the state. And this argument is totally destructive. They have done a self-goal by saying that it's a secular aspect by appointing a Muslim as a religious chairman of a Hindu temple. Because the concept of secularism is that you cannot appoint. The state will not interfere in appointment of a person in a religious activity. So the moment you make that argument that you have a right under a secular fabric, then this will be counterproductive. So I'll just ask all the panelists who are sitting here to read the correct definition of secularism. Because secularism means the concept of secularism has come from Britain. It says that church will not interfere in the functioning of the government. And here the government is interfering in the functioning of the religious temple. I think, have you read?
In this country by the name
This is completely devastating, Rahul.
Is that secularism?
Sir, when you were speaking, then I was not interfering. Listen to my point. And Rahul, the other point which I want to make is...
Central government employee. One of the central government employee in running trains.
Sir, why are you digressing? The point here is...
Mr. Qadri, the law is very clear.
Why are you digressing?
No, listen to the law. The Hindu religious institutions...
The concept of secularism is...
When you come to 1997. Sir, 1 second. Listen to the law, please. There are two laws here. One law, the Hindu Religious Institutions and Charitable Endowment Act 1997 says the commissioner and every deputy commissioner, assistant commissioner and every other officer or servant appointed to carry out the purposes of this act by whoever appointed shall be a person professing Hindu religion. You make Mr. Firhad Hakim profess Hindu religion, he can become the head of Tarkeshwar Trust. What is the big deal? Should he not? It's written here. बताइए कादरी साहब.
Mamata Banerjee has appointed him. I have not.
So let him come out and profess that he is a Hindu.
So that's what I'm saying.
The moment he does that, he can become. He is entitled by law to become. Here is the law.
He has not appointed.
Sir, it's in the constitution. It's the law of the land. Now, what am I saying to you?
He has appointed him as a chairman of some committee or whatever is that.
Sir? No, you're spinning this around. You're not addressing the real issue here. I'm going to take a short break. We'll return. We're taking a short break. We come back to this debate. It's getting bigger. We have with us Professor Roy also. He's coming right back to us. Take a quick break.
Tonight, uniform is not a PR token. No time for salute or solidarity. Watch the News Hour debate tonight at 10.
India's biggest fashion sale is here.
Myntra end of season sale, June 24th to the 26th. Nothing's bigger.
What does it take for unassailable leadership? What is the key to unmatched reach? How do you harness unrivaled resources to propel the journalism of impact? Times Now's editor-in-chief leads the leader through a multiplicity of roles, powered by one vision. Rahul Shivshankar on Times Now. Action begins here.
She knows India's power corridors like no other journalist. And she doesn't take no for an answer.
He was avoiding any direct interaction with me.
You can't recommend XYZ चलता हुआ रोड पर उसको नहीं करता.
तो आपने अपने भाई की कंपनी recommend करी.
A journalist known for asking the hard questions.
You talk of Sikh riot, they talk about Gujarat. Do you think your conscience is clear? India is not America. Not everybody is on check payments and plastic money in India. The Congress is a party that has been completely shrouded with scams.
Many of these are notional scams.
All the court cases are notional.
For bringing out the inside stories behind the persona.
8 p.m. no CM. Vasundhara Raje, what is your reply to your critics?
I can't have men prancing through my rooms. If I'd come back at 8 o'clock and allowed people to come into my house, there would have been other things to say, wouldn't there?
He just decided that he would answer all the questions straight from the heart.
एक गुना मेरा होता है तो इस दिल्ली में बैठी हुई सरकार ने कब को मुझे फांसी पे चढ़ा दिया.
Watch Times Now's managing editor in candid conversation with top newsmakers on Frankly Speaking with Navika Kumar.
You are just bothered up saying Hindu and Muslim. We are not saying Hindu and Muslim. We are saying what's wrong and what's right, sir.
When people try and misconstrue and portray a wrong image, you have to call their bluff.
Thanks for joining me live.
A crusader for the people.
We're going to end this debate on the fact that it's crime ki baat. It's not parivar ki baat, it's crime ki baat.
His questions can't be avoided.
She has been strangulated. You are contesting elections in Uttar Pradesh. What is happening in Uttar Pradesh?
His cause won't be denied.
You know you're sitting there with a responsibility.
4 people died, nobody was bothered. Today a girl has been strangulated, it is still a hodgepodge investigation. How is this right?
His passion for justice sets the agenda.
Most importantly, integrity and honesty. We as a channel fiercely guard that, and I as a person fiercely guard that.
Anand Narsimhan on Times Now. Action begins here.
Big breaking development here in India up front. A move by the West Bengal Chief Minister has raised eyebrows. Many people are seeing this as a controversial design to divide. She has plucked out of thin air a Muslim minister to oversee the activities of a Hindu temple. Now, certain people are quoting laws saying that this is a palpable illegality. Others are saying that Mamta Banerjee is bending the law because for her, it's not Hindu sentiment, but Muslim sentiment that matters more. There are still others who say, look at the Waqf Board law, which makes it very clear that only Muslims can head such organizations. We want to open this out and ask basically if this is an attempt at Muslim appeasement. Rahul Ishwar, the TMC says no, this will help build bridges between Muslims and Hindus. Why have you got a problem with this move, sir?
Rahul Shivshankarji, 2 points. One, this is illegal. Second, this is bad policy. This is pseudo-secularism. See, we respect Muslim brothers and Muslim brothers respect us. There is diversity. Let a Muslim rule a mosque and a Hindu rule a temple. That is best to administer. A Hindu will be best suited to understand the sentiments of idol worship, the temple system, rituals. In the same way, an Islamic brother will be best suited to do iftar and the other things. It is something like imposing a temple priest to do a iftar and Ramadan party or Ramadan rituals and a Islamic priest or a Christian priest to do Hindu rituals. This is unnecessarily pseudo-secularist attitude. This is not right. This is not real pluralism, or this is not real secularism. This is appeasement politics.
Are you dividing Hindu-Muslim in this country? Are you dividing Hindu-Muslim in this country? Huh? First thing that we are human. हम सब इंसान हैं, and humanity is the best religion. I believe so, humanity is above everything. My personal view is that. So in that sense,
sir, who is against all this?
He has appointed him.
Sir, who is against all this?
Chairman of the some so and so committee. It does not mean that he is a pandit of this mandir. It does not mean he is a pandit of this mandir. He will not.
GVL Narasimha Rao wants to come in.
Exactly, sir.
Is actually being done by
but don't Muslims oppose idol worship?
Rahul.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
My very clear point is this.
Go ahead, sir.
Paragons of secularism on your channel. I want to ask them,
Hindu activities,
why do they look at triple talaq differently?
And Maulana जो रहते हैं हमारे imam साहब जो रहते हैं.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Triple talaq, when it comes to women's rights, they want to have it their own way. They want to have it as per their religious tradition. They don't want to give rights to Muslim women.
Basically, who?
No, let me bring in Mr. Paracha. Mr. Paracha. That's the point. When you talk about secularism, then think about the secular rights to equality of Muslim women. One second, Qadri Sahab, 1 second. I'm going to go across to Mr. Paracha and also Professor Somnath Singh Roy. 1 minute, 1 second. Mr. Paracha, very simple question. You're a lawyer. Then why does the Muslim community oppose reforms in Muslim personal law and a gradual move towards de-recognizing practices such as triple talaq? Simple question. Mahmood Paracha.
Now you are trying to compare. You are now trying to compare apples with oranges, oranges with apples. So let us not do that.
That is what you have also
when
done,
you talk
Mr.
of
Paracha.
personal law, that is a religious function. When you talk about personal law, that is religious function.
How is it a religious
When I talk about Tarkeshwar Mandir, it is a religious thing. Personal law is a religious. Personal law is a religious thing.
Where is triple talaq mentioned in? No, 1 second, Mr. Paracha, don't try to mix this up. Which God differentiates between man and woman? You answer that question.
Let us not try to be religious experts.
No, please. Do not try to spin us around here. You use secularism selectively when it suits you.
I'm telling you, let us.
Professor Somnath Singh Roy.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Professor Roy.
I am just saying.
No. Don't just say. Don't just say.
Mandir. Let me finish at least. Let me finish. Tarkeshwar Mandir is a national heritage of our country.
Arey sir, Waqf board, then make the changes in the Waqf board. Allow Hindus to govern over Waqf board. What's the big deal?
Talk about Muslim women.
No.
Sir,
when it
here
comes
is the
to
law.
Religious functions,
when
it comes to religious
what
practices,
the Waqf Act of 1995 says about the appointment of a chief executive officer, about a CEO. 1 second, Professor, I want to bring you in. Appointment of chief executive officer in his term of office and other conditions of service. Point 1. There shall be a full-time CEO of the board who will be a Muslim and shall be appointed by the state government. Who shall be a Muslim. Makes it very clear.
That is a religious function.
It should be a Muslim and shall be appointed by the state government by notification in the official gazette from a panel of 2 names suggested by the board and who shall not be below the rank of deputy secretary to the state. There you go, sir.
ऐसा नहीं है। दूसरी बात, मैं 35 मिनट में यहाँ पर बैठा हूँ, मैं सुन रहा था। अरे यार, यही तो प्रॉब्लम है। मैं सुन रहा था 1984 जब मैं ममता बनर्जी को फॉलो करके स्टूडेंट पॉलिटिक्स में आया, तब कभी नहीं सोचा ऐसा हो सकता है। तब हम लोग लड़ते थे डेवलपमेंट के लिए, सीपीएम जो कर रहा है वाम फ्रंट के कैसे भी करके बंगला छोड़ने के लिए। आज बैठे बैठे यहाँ पर बैठे बैठे वही सोच रहा था क्या देखकर पॉलिटिक्स में है और क्या हो रहा है यहाँ। दूसरा बात, मैं नहीं जानता हूँ फिराद हकीम ये शो देख रहे हैं कि नहीं। मैं अगर देख रहे हैं तो फिराद हकीम को मैं सॉरी बोलना चाहता हूँ। एक मिनट मैं बता रहा हूँ ना, मैं कंप्लीट करने दीजिए। सॉरी बोलना चाहता हूँ। दादा मैं जानता हूँ आप जहाँ पर रहते हैं वहाँ पर सिर्फ 3% मुस्लिम है, फिर भी सब 97% हिंदू का आप ही लीडर है। हम लोग जानता हूँ जो काम वेस्ट बंगाल में सबसे बड़ा दुर्गा पूजा जो होते हैं उसका प्रेसिडेंट आप ही है। रात भर जाग के वो दुर्गा पूजा आप ही करते हैं। हिंदू के लिए क्या करते हैं ये स्टूडियो वाले जो बैठे बैठे यहाँ पर आप लोग को आपका
क्या बात कर रहे हैं सर? लेट मी टेल यू द हाई कोर्ट ऑफ कलकत्ता, 1 सेकंड, कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट accused Mamata Banerjee's government. Hello sir, 1 second. आप क्या बात कर कर रहे हैं।
हमको कंप्लीट करने देना
Don't try to position Mamata Banerjee as an upholder of Hindu secular values. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, 1 second. Do not try to pull this fast one. I'll read out to you.
But listen,
Mr. Rahul,
sir, don't try to make Mamata Banerjee into some Hindu hero. She's anything but a Hindu hero. Let me, no, please.
Kindly tell me, please, is this in your secularism
this is not fair.
Killing Muslim people by the name of Gorakhpur?
Mamata Banerjee is unnecessarily doing this. This is going to be a self-goal. This is going to unnecessarily pour fuel to fire.
Give me some.
Why is she unnecessarily doing this, Rahul Ishwar?
This is Al-Qadri.
Rahul, ये हमको बोलने का मौका देना चाहिए, Rahul.
Just one point. Already the Hindus of West Bengal have many inhibitions and concerns. Why add fuel to the fire? Why create unnecessary suspicion? A similar move was in Kerala back in the 80s in Guruvayur.
What is your point?
See, let us respect
Professor Roy, what is your point?
That doesn't mean we should.
No, what is his point?
मेरा एक question है. I have a question.
What is his point?
Rahul, मेरा एक question है. Yes, Rahul, मेरा एक question. Just give me 10 seconds. Please give me 10 seconds, Rahul. Please give me 10 seconds. Rahul, 2002 में भारत माता के रक्षा करने के लिए APJ अब्दुल कलाम को राष्ट्रपति बनाया था ये बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट ने। अगर भारत माँ को रक्षा करने के लिए APJ कलाम एक मुस्लिम राष्ट्रपति बन सकते हैं, तुम डेवलपमेंट के लिए क्यों नहीं?
Compare apples and oranges. President is different.
प्रॉब्लम क्या है? अगर भारत माँ को रक्षा करने के लिए मुस्लिम हमारा राष्ट्रपति बन सकते हैं,
साहब जी, just one point.
डेवलपमेंट के लिए मुस्लिम होते क्या प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ पर? No, not a different example. भारत भी हमारा माँ है. अभी हम वहाँ पर भी एक मुस्लिम को हम विश्वास कर सकते हैं, एक मुस्लिम को भरोसा कर सकते हैं. तो यहाँ पर क्यों नहीं कर सकते?
Sir, calm down. 1 minute.
ये हमारा रिलीजियस मंदिर, आप इसमें इंटरफेयर नहीं कर सकते हैं.
1 second, gentlemen. 1 second. Just calm down. I need to make some points here, please.
आप बोलिए ना, अब्दुल कलाम जी को क्यों राष्ट्रपति बनाया? वो तो मुस्लिम था, ये बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट ने उसको बनाया था ना.
Shouting.
ममता बनर्जी को भी चीफ मिनिस्टर बना दिया. हर आदमी भुगत रहा है.
Sir, everybody stop shouting, please. I need to come in here. I'm going to lower your fader. I'm counting till 3. 1, 2, 3. Lower your faders, gentlemen, because you're not listening to me, and I want to bring some facts to the public. Now listen to the facts. We are being told that Mamata Banerjee is doing so much. She is doing so much for the Hindu community. Well, Mamata Banerjee announced a limit on time for the immersion of Durga idols, citing issues with law and order since Muharram was coinciding with Dashami. That day, the idols are immersed. The limit was also quashed by the Calcutta High Court. The court observed. The Kolkata High Court has held that time limits set by the West Bengal government for Durga idol immersion next week. This is on October 10th, remember. So it was supposed to be at October 12th or 13th on account of Muharram as arbitrary, and said the order was clear endeavor by the state to appease the minority section of the public. This is what Mamata Banerjee was doing. The court had to step in. And the judge added, never has been there a restriction on immersion of Durga idols on Bijoy Dashmi. Arey sir, baat to karne dijiye, professor, don't try to suppress me. I am bringing out facts. You're lying here. 1 second. Then Mamata Banerjee addressed a rally of at least 1 lakh Muslims organized by the Jamiat Ulema-e-Hind, JUH, at Shahid Minar ground in Kolkata. She voiced a concern for developing the minorities. Sadiqullah Chaudhry, General Secretary of the JUH Bengal unit, invited Mamata for Nabana when she allowed him to offer namaz in her office. She is the one who brings religion into her chief ministerial chamber. Has she ever asked a Hindu to come and do a ritual purity in her office?
Rahul, this is a fit time that president rule should be imposed in West Bengal.
Sir, let me explain. Mamata Banerjee's government has been paying more than 30,000 imams in the state, rupees 2,500 per month, and over 15,000 muezzims, rupees 1,500.
Rahul, ये क्वेश्चन तो बहुत बार के, इसके आंसर तो लीजिए.
हाँ बोलिए.
बहुत बार के आंसर तो
Tell me, sir, what is the justification?
ये लेकर मैं वही बोलना चाहता हूँ. ये लेकर
is Hinduism not a? Is Hinduism?
सर, आप to the point आंसर दीजिए ना. वहाँ पे अपने पॉलिटिकल मास्टर्स को खुश करने के लिए आंसर मत दीजिए.
यही तो प्रॉब्लम है. राहुल यही तो प्रॉब्लम है, आप
टू द पॉइंट आंसर दीजिए जो राहुल साहब आपसे पूछ रहे हैं। आप अपने पॉलिटिकल मास्टर्स को खुश करने के लिए
चमचागिरी ना कीजिए सर, डोंट डू चमचागिरी हियर, डोंट डू चमचागिरी।
दिस इज नॉट चमचागिरी। और आप लोग क्या कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर? अगर सीबीआई रेड नहीं होगा,
ये चमचागिरी की बात नहीं है, ये हक की बात है। हेलो, हु इज दिस?
जब आप आर्टिकल 26 का जवाब नहीं दे रहे, सेकुलरिज्म के कंसेप्ट का जवाब नहीं दे रहे, और आप लोग एप्पल को ऑरेंजेस से कंपेयर
नो नो नो, देयर इज एन अटेम्प्ट बीइंग मेड हियर टू अपीज।
अलाउ मी टू आंसर आर्टिकल 25 वाला आंसर
हमको आपके कौन
अलाउ मी टू आंसर 25
गिरा देना है आपके कौन?
Mr. Paracha, answer. 1 second. Jeevan Narasimha Rao will also come in. 1 second. Gentlemen, let's not shout over each other. This is not going to go anywhere if all of you shout. I'm going to lower your faders. Please lower the faders of those who are now interrupting this debate. I'm allowing only 2 people to speak right now. Jeevan Narasimha Rao versus Mr. Paracha. Let's put them on air. Jeevan Narasimha Rao versus Mr. Paracha. Jeevan Narasimha Rao, make your point. Mr. Paracha, rebut the point. Yes.
Yes.
No, Rahul, Rahul, Mamata Banerjee has been indulging in competitive minorityism, competitive appeasement, because she is eyeing a Muslim vote bank in West Bengal. She wants to take that, drive that away completely from the communists. And she at the same time feels sometimes the pressure and the pain. She knows she is indulging in something which is a sin by herself. So she goes to Puri temple, and then she claims she is a Hindu. But look at the way she has been systematically trying to really communalize situation in Kashmir, in West Bengal. She is actually trying to radicalize Muslims in West Bengal for her political benefit. I think on one side you have vested interests, anti-national interests which are trying to radicalize Muslims to send them to ISIS. And you have Mamata Banerjee on the other extreme, who is also radicalizing Muslims for the sake of her vote bank politics. I think you cannot appoint to a temple board a Muslim, a radical Muslim, who has his love for Pakistan. He is the effective administrative head of the board.
Let me answer.
And this is an insult. This is deliberately. This is being deliberately done.
Okay, so respond.
And these pseudo-intellectual Muslims who come on television. You are pseudo-intellectuals. I think your understanding of secularism is perverse. You have a perverse understanding of secularism.
Okay, 1 second. Let's get the other side. Mr. Paracha, tell me something.
Hindus is sentiment.
No, listen to me.
Hurting Hindus is secularism.
No, more facts are coming out and they're going on to the... No, 1 second.
Hindus is secularism.
Okay, Jeevan Narasimha Rao, 1 second. Let me come in here, please. 1 second, Mr. Paracha. I'll come back to you. 1 second. Give me 30 seconds. I just want to bring more facts out into the open. This show deals in facts and I'm upfront about them. We're going to put them out. Is Mamata for one community? Judge for yourself. Fact 1. Radicals targeted Hindus in Dulargarh riots. Mamata's response looks the other way. Maulana Barkati announced a reward to blacken Prime Minister's face. Mamata's response, zero action against Maulana Barkati. Cleric issued fatwa against Sonu Nigam for a tweet. Mamata's response says absolutely nothing. The cleric is on your screens. 4th, seminar on Balochistan, atrocities cancelled. Mamata's response maintains a very stoic silence. Completely stoic silence. 1 minute, Kadri, 1 minute. You made that comment against Sonu Nigam. We know very well.
Okay.
You're here. 1 minute. 1 minute. 16-year-old threatened by clerics for singing in public. Mamata's response, no support for Nahid. None. Zero. Why? Because she did not want to upset Hindu hardliners. That's the fundamental point, Mr. Paracha. Now you respond. 1 minute. Respond,
yes.
Sir.
Let me respond. Let me respond.
Bataiye.
Tarakeshwar Mandir is a national heritage of India. It is a very old temple which is worshippers are Shiv, the worshippers of Shiv. So Mamata Banerjee has put up. Mamata Banerjee has put up the best
it's a Hindu
of
temple.
the state. The head,
the head, wrong concept.
No, it's a temple of followers of Shiv. It is a temple of followership, and Mamata Banerjee has put up the best foot forward, the boss of the construction
Sir,
department
Muslims
of the
do not believe in idol worship. How can a Muslim individual understand Hindu?
Sir, just one point, just one line.
Rahul Ishwar wants to come in.
Sir, just one line.
Okay, Rahul Ishwar wants to come in.
Sir, just one line.
On the religious issue.
Sir, just one line.
Yes,
sir, we are all secular. Sir, we are all secular. We believe in pluralism. But a temple, church and a mosque is a religious place. There is nothing called a secular mosque. There is nothing called a secular church.
This is a national heritage also. It is of national importance where the urban development minister is the boss.
Jama Masjid is also a national heritage. Rahul, Jama Masjid is also a national heritage.
Jama Masjid.
Committee of a mosque.
Rahul, let me ask you a question. Jama Masjid is also then a national heritage.
Jama Masjid is managed by
Jama Masjid.
So let a
kind of argument is this?
be the managing trust of the Waqf. No, one second. What are you talking?
My dear friend, Jama Masjid is maintained by ASI.
No. Sorry.
No. You are absolutely wrong.
Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong, sir.
Not at all. You are absolutely wrong.
Please.
Absolutely wrong. I am doing the case of Taj Mahal. I can tell it on facts.
Sir, what are you saying?
Taj Mahal is maintained by ASI, not by
Oh, please,
Muslims.
because that's not an active mosque. Hello, it's not an active mosque.
Taj Mahal is not a place of worship.
It's not a place of worship. It's a tourist
Taj Mahal is a
attraction.
place of worship. Muslims are worshipping there.
It is a mausoleum.
Please correct your facts.
Taj Mahal is a mausoleum.
Please correct
You don't
your
know
facts.
that. No, I'm
You don't
correcting
know the
your
facts. In
I'm
Taj Mahal,
correcting your
Muslims
facts.
offered namaz every
Taj Mahal is
Friday.
a mausoleum.
Do you know your facts?
Taj Mahal is a
What are you
mausoleum.
saying?
Huh?
Yes.
In Taj Mahal, Muslims offer namaz every
One
Friday.
second.
You don't-
One second.
you have to correct
Rahul
your facts,
Ishwar, I have 1 minute on this show. I have 1 minute on this show, and I'm going to lower the faders, and I want you to come in and explain to our
Just
viewers
one
today.
line.
I want you to
Humbly
explain
request.
to our viewers, Rahul Ishwar, why Mamata Banerjee has got this wrong. Explain from your point of view, very quickly. We've heard the other side ad nauseam.
Because Rahul Shivshankarji, 2 quick points. One, this is inappropriate. That's the first point. Second, this will only add more suspicion to a people who are already having many doubts and apprehensions regarding the policies of Didi or Mamata Banerjee. So please, I would request Mamata Banerjee to withdraw this. Let a Muslim rule a mosque, let a Hindu rule a temple, let a Christian rule a church, let a Parsi rule his, and let a Jew rule a synagogue. Is that not secularism? Why are you mixing and dividing people? Why add fuel to fire? Why create unnecessary confusion?
Especially when there is so much resistance in the Hindu community, bow to the larger sentiment. In the name of sentiment, Muslims uphold, Muslims uphold personal law boards, antiquated, one second, customs like triple talaq, etc. Well, then bow to Hindu sentiment. We leave it at this. Navika Kumar joins me.